Before Russia invaded, Ukraine supplied food for 400 million people all over the world. Now the world is feeling the effects of Russia's aggression, from limited food supply to the verge of famine. Why? Russia started a war against Ukraine. This has led to a devastating increase in food prices. That's because Ukraine is one of the world's biggest suppliers of food. Ukraine is the world's largest exporter of sunflower oil. Ukraine is the world's second largest exporter of beans, peas, and lentils. Ukraine is one of the largest wheat producers in the world.
We truly are at an unprecedented crisis. Food pricing is our number one problem right now as a result of all this perfect storm. When a country like Ukraine that grows enough food for 400 million people is out of the market, it creates market volatility, which we are now seeing.
But the war is not the only reason. Russia's aggression will start a global food crisis. The more wars and crises, the more deaths, the better for Russia. Chaos, poverty, hostility across societies are all exploited by Russia to extend its influence on the world.
Російські війська мінують поля в Україні, підривають аграрну техніку, знищують запаси палива, які просто необхідні для посівної. Вони заблокували наші морські порти.
Russia is blocking every export of grain from Ukraine. The Russian fleet is blocking Ukrainian ports and laying mines along sea routes so Ukraine cannot export food.
One cannot imagine that millions of tons of wheat remain blocked in Ukraine while in the rest of the world people are suffering hunger. This is a real war crime.
Russia is ruining the grain export infrastructure. In a missile attack, Russian forces destroyed Ukraine's second largest grain elevator in Mykolaiv. It stored 300,000 tons of grain. Russia's forces are mining fields in Ukraine to impede the planting campaign. Russian landmines explode under agricultural machinery. Ukraine is trying to prevent global hunger. Risking their lives, farmers are sowing fields. Ukrainians are even working the land which has until recently been the center of combat. Ukraine is trying to solve the issue of food exports. A route through Romania is now under development. Food exports can only be unblocked if the whole world joins the effort.
Ми усі разом маємо не допустити дефіциту їжі у світі через цю війну. Тому санкційна політика проти Росії, усі обмеження, які були накладені на Росію, спрямовані тільки на одне, щоб Росія почала шукати миру.
The world can prevent hunger. The world can stop Russia. Stop Russia. Stand with Ukraine.